Hello and welcome to Universal Studios in Singapore, and we're about to take a look around the Minion Mart. And obviously the first thing that we're greeted with is the bellow. So you've got lots and lots of different bits and pieces inside here with regards to obviously everything Minion related. Now this was filmed about 9 weeks ago from the time that this will be uploaded, so that means the actual Minion section of the park was still under construction in 2024, but hopefully now it is open, which means there will be even more Minion merch to hunt down and have a look at, and of course more Minion stores and shops to go in and have a look at as well. So in the comment section below, if you are coming here in the 2024 summer, or you're watching this from the future, then please let me know how much it's changed and how many more shops are available with this kind of merch, because with regards to Universal Studios in Singapore, there was different bits and pieces compared to some of the other places that I've been to before. So you do not have any Harry Potter merch, and you do not have any Super Mario merch either, but it does look like the Minions at Work is a brand new thing that they are adding for 2024 to Universal Studios in Singapore. So it'll be very interesting to see what else creeps over this way, and obviously what is also very popular with the locals over this way as well, because obviously I've been to the ones in America, and this is the first time I've been to the one over in Singapore, and there is one in Japan as well, which I am itching to get to, just to see how the park is different depending on where you are in the world. But you can see there is lots and lots of different little bits and pieces around. So we have got all of these little bits and bobs with regards to all the different films. I've seen one of them, I think. I don't actually think I've seen the Minions film itself. I'm sure that is its own standalone film now, along with a lot of the other bits and pieces. But I know they're about to make the fourth film or entry into the franchise, but they do have some quite cool t-shirts, and you can see you've got all of the other different bits and pieces. I'm assuming just different actors, characters, and sort of symbols with regarding to the actual films itself. Obviously I am clutching at straws with regards to what I'm looking at, because I really don't have a clue. So I'm just assuming that all of these are part of the different films. Maybe they might have worn some of them in the films as well, but obviously a lot of the stuff, because it says Universal Singapore underneath, will just be made up generic merch for this store as well, and obviously that is something that you can just keep rotating around for the actual colour itself. But they have obviously got all of the nice big teddies, and then you've got the other bits and pieces. I think there's a lot of bags that they've got over this way as well, and I think this also might be the store that has a lot of headwear. So you can see all the different coloured t-shirts, all the different hoodies, all of the different bags, and lots of other bits and pieces. Some of the stuff looks like it's directly from the films, and obviously some of the stuff looks like it is just from Universal Studios itself. Now I am walking around quite quickly, so I had so much stuff to film on the day, but this store did take me by surprise just because how big it actually was, because on the outside it's all got false fascia, so you just think it's quite a small store. Then when you walk in and look around, you can just see how big this store actually is, because it just keeps going and going on the way down. So you can see you've got some Universal Singapore sort of vest tops, and then you've got all of the other bottles that you've got up in there. Then you've got some blue t-shirts, some yellow ones as well, and then some more shakers, and then up top you have got some bits and pieces that does look like it's Super Mario. So is that an Easter egg to what might be coming? Because like I said, they don't have any merch here, not that I can remember anyway, and they definitely don't have anything to do with any of the Super Mario rides either. So it'd be very, very interesting to see what the future holds for this park. But they do have some very nice stores, because obviously you have got the huge Universal store as well, where it has a mix of absolutely everything. You then got the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World bits and pieces with its own land, and then obviously with this one you've got it on the main strip, but I would imagine also it will be in its own land. It'd be very interesting to see what is new, and if this one stays in its current location, because where the door is of this, you will actually be able to see the land of the new Minion section. So I don't know if they're going to pick this up and just move it, and then this will then be something else for different merchandise, or they'll just double up to start with, because obviously this shop is very, very heavily themed for obviously the Minions, but they've also got all the bits and pieces up on the wall, and they've got all the, what looks like the permanent artwork and banners and everything on the outside of the store. So it'll be very interesting to see how this progresses over the near future. But you can see you've got big t-shirts and small t-shirts alike. So you've got them, the little ones and the big ones, and then as we come round, you've got all the different lanyards. These are all the bags that I was talking about. So you've got lots and lots of different bags. You say hello, I say bellow up at the top, and then underneath that you are spoilt if you want to get yourself a rucksack, or what looks like a big onesie or like a big throw over. And then you've got all of these different bits and pieces. Some of them are just either big keychains, and some of them are big teddy bears, and you've got fridge magnets. There is literally a gift for anybody that is willing to take something or buy anything. So this store is probably the same size store as the Super Mario store in Hollywood. But obviously this is just all themed, shall I say, to the actual Minions itself. So like I said, not really seeing any of the films. I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is, or if there's any Easter eggs that we are looking at. But as per normal, they have just put the Minions merch on absolutely everything. But we are slowly starting to run out of time already. Like I said, it's just a quick short video, a little loop around all the different bits and pieces that are in this store, and you can see the price point of some of these as well. But if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There are full park tours of this amazing theme park available already, and individual land tours of every single section and zone up in the Universal Singapore playlist. Now, if you do want to see the stuff from Florida or Hollywood, then you do have those playlists available as well, so you can hunt down all of the different Universal bits and pieces. And I will be very, very shortly doing comparison videos of the different parks around the world, because we will put Minions up against the Super Mario store, just so we can see what has the better merch, what do we prefer, who's got the better selection of just stuff. Because it does seem to be there's lots and lots of different bits and pieces in this store, and I don't know if this has more stuff than the one that they have for Super Mario. So it'd be very, very interesting to see when I start putting those two together. Then it will just be one of those of you pick your sides, and then we can go from there. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So one more time, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Comments below if you are a Minions fan. Have you been here before? Have you been to any of the other rides in Florida? And if you have, and you've seen the new bits and pieces that have opened up here, how does it compare? Because you can see there, look, the building work, that is the Minions land itself, and it looks like it's going to be absolutely enormous. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.